Greetings and welcome to the Halloween edition of the Sliders Review. And I'm here today to talk to you about The Haunting Hour, Season 2, Episode 4, The Flight. The Flight is a mix of spooky, eerie, and a little bit of a life lesson. I actually don't mind the life lesson here, only because it helps along with the story, but still, I think there should be no life lessons in horror, especially kids horror, whatever. But hey, whatever. But it is a very spooky, very eerie episode. It basically deals with a boy named Josh. He's going through a lot. His parents are going through a divorce. His dad has a new girlfriend. They're always together. And he's going to visit his father because, the parents got joint custody. And so he doesn't want to go visit and see his dad's new girlfriend. Now, it's clear that the writers don't know how to write for a kid or a teen. The way this boy talks is so annoying. He says totally at least 6-7 times in the entire episode, and at least 2 times in a row. He says dude a couple of times. He says my lame father and his lame girlfriend, and it's so gonna be lame. I'm just like, dude, shut up. They clearly don't know how to write for young people, and it makes his character come off very corny at times, but he's an okay kid. And it's his first time flying, and he doesn't want to fly. Every time somebody calls him a kid, he's all like, I'm not just a kid, or something like that. So he has a little bit of that, like, gump to him. And so he's on a flight and he sits next to this guy. And the guy is actually pretty okay, a little bit prickly and everything. Like the kid's kind of bugging him just like a little, because like Josh has this thing he does where he holds his hand out, has a rubber band, and the rubber band jiggles. I mean, his hand's not steady and he's nervous or whatever. And so he keeps constantly asking, what are you doing, this and that. But it's cool to see how these two bond. It's just like a little boy and an older man in his 40s and stuff. And they're just chatting up about their lives, getting to know each other. Josh tells him about like the stuff he's going through. And as for the man, he's all like, he's never been married and everything. And, he's too busy working, has a nice house, sports cars, that type of thing. Well, there's a lady on the plane and she's knitting, a very old lady, and she's just knitting. And she touches the hand of Josh and says, how are you doing, young man? It's creepy and eerie, and the music has that eerie vibe to it. So it's like, what's going on with this lady? So at some point in time, before the plane goes off and everything, or takes off, I should say, some other passengers see that they're putting a casket on the plane, and Josh thinks it's creepy but yet cool. And the man tells him it's not cool, it's disrespectful. It should be like transported like privately instead of in the cargo bay. Well, all of a sudden, some weird stuff starts to happen on the plane. Like the lights start flickering whenever Josh and that man are talking. And like when Josh goes to look at the old lady, because he's just weirded out by her, she turns into like this demonic cloak type thing, like the Grim Reaper. He's freaked out. He tells the man doesn't believe him. And so when the man is trying to talk to the stewardess, she just doesn't pay attention to him. So Josh goes into the back just to like calm down or whatever. And he's still looking at that creepy old lady. And then all of a sudden, the band who he was sitting next to is in the back with Josh. And Josh is kind of freaked out. He's like, how did you get here so fast? I just left you in the seat. And he's all like, as soon as you left, that old lady kept like looking at me and stuff. And she won't stop looking at him. Well, the lady is still flickering back and forth between old lady and that of the Grim Reaper. So they don't understand what the world's going on. And so they go back to their seats. Josh goes first. All of a sudden, the man is in the seat. And Josh is kind of like, how do you keep doing this? And so at some point in time, the man denies something. And like sparks starts happening inside the plane. Then Josh looks at the man and he's kind of like, well, hold up. This lady must like want to take like the dead soul that's on like the plane or something like that, the dead body and stuff. Well, not the body, but the soul. And he's like, yeah. And so then he's all like, I wonder who it could be. And all of a sudden the plane gets like hit by lightning and other lights flickering and flashing. Josh looks at the man. He's kind of like, wait a minute, it's you. Every time you deny something or and stuff like that, the plane acts weird. And the man's all like, man, what are you talking about? I'm alive. And it gets hit like by lightning and everything. Then Josh looks at the man and he's a corpse. He is the dead soul. He does not know he is dead. That's pretty freaky. And so Josh wants to get like another seat, and the stewardess is kind of like, you got two you got an empty seat right next to you. So what's wrong? And so the man now realizes, wait, hold up, she can't see me. And then it comes to him. He remembers how he died, a car accident, and he's pissed. He's all like, he can't believe it. All his life working hard and, and all this other stuff, all this money and everything. And he's dead. Like, he can't enjoy himself no more. And he's pissed. And he's like, and Josh is like, man, you need to go with her so you won't bring the plane down. He's all like, why do I care? I'm already dead. So the plane is really acting crazy now, and everybody's panicking and everything. And Josh is all like, well, can't you just grab him and take him? And she's like, nope, it don't work that way. Basically, you have to be willing to go, and this dead soul is not willing to go. So him and Josh, I have a heart to heart. And the man, he's all like, he has so many regrets. And he talks about how he never fell in love. He was too busy working. He pushed all his friends away and all this other stuff. And Josh tells him, I know exactly how you feel. I've been doing the same thing ever since my parents divorced. I've been pushing everybody away. I pushed my dad away, and I shouldn't be doing that. And the man tells him, like, just because your dad and mom going through divorce doesn't mean he doesn't love you no less and everything. And so Josh and this man are able to literally bond so strong that they're able to help each other in their problems, to the point where Josh tells him, like, look, man, you don't want all these people to die on the plane and everything. You got to live your life. Like, let me live mine and stuff. And so the man finally realizes, you know what? You're right. And he's ready to go. He goes to the old lady. There's a huge light and they walk into it. The plane is okay. It lands safely. And when Josh gets off, he talks to the old lady. He's all like, was this like fate for me to sit next to like the dead corpse and everything? So like he can help me, like, not end up like him and all this other stuff. And she's all like, without a doubt. And I think that's really cool. It's like, there's this young boy. He's just going through some hard times, and kids take divorce so hard and everything. And, and he was unable to get past that and everything. He was just shutting himself off from the whole world. He's just like a little boy and stuff. And it was weird that this dead soul, who doesn't even know is dead and not ready to go, was able to help this boy conquer the fear if he's having of, being lonely and stuff. And Josh realized this man, with his incredible life he lived, he is still a lonely man, and he shouldn't be that way. And that's just a cool little message, But it was just crazy thinking, oh crap, the plane's gonna come down. And this old lady who's just sweet looking and knitting is the Grim Reaper. Now, wasn't that spooky? All right, well, I shall talk to y'all later. Bye.